Hello and welcome to another installment of Comparative Reasoning. I'm your host, Cedric Kennedy, and today we'll talk about RT's Steve Malzberg could be a racist, which I changed the title from Steve Malzberg is a racist, because I thought about rose-tinted glasses, I thought about privilege, I thought about when he must have been roughly a teenager, thought about that he might not hate black people, he just don't care about black people. That would be apathetic. You know, I ain't saying you got to come out and just love us and give us any and all. No, I'm just saying you should never be on the side of apathy when it comes to the slaying of anyone that is not hurting anyone. That's very simple. You know, that's very simple. So I'm going to sit here, I'm going to play the little piece of him because, see, here's the thing. He's against this female, I think by the last name of Rye, and I think her name is Angela Rye, this is about the killing of Rayshard Brooks. And this right here, you'll hear. Let me get it up real quick. It won't be on screen, it'll just be sound only, but I'll put the link in the description that leads to the video, all right, as well as the other link that leads to Sidra Owens' books. So here we go. Hold up. Just give me a moment.
Wonderful. Which brings us to the tragic shooting in Atlanta of Rayshard Brooks. Now, the media is conflating that incident with what happened in Minneapolis to George Floyd. And they're simply not the same. Watch.
All right. So he shows Rayshard Brooks resisting arrest. You know, not fighting the police, although he claims they were fighting. He never fought the police. When you fight somebody, you're punching them, you're kicking them, you're shoving them, you're mauling them, you're doing something. No, he fought to get away from the police. Okay? That's what Rayshard Brooks did. He fought to get away from the police. And if you're getting, look, you most likely Rayshard grew up in a home, you know, just like a lot of people have in his age group, whether you're white or black or anything. You know, you probably got your ass whooped by a belt. And eventually you're going to grab that weapon because you're tired of getting your ass beat. I know. I've done it. So he grabbed the taser, ran, aimed it, maybe fired, maybe didn't. Either case, non-lethal weapon, and they took him out in the back. Because if they got hit by that taser, wouldn't they have gone down? Just saying. You know, now, I'm going to get into some other stuff. But the fact that he says that the media is conflating, first, Malzberg, you're media. You are media. That's you. So you can't do that. That exploits your stupidity and or your bias. I'm not media today because media is doing it. And he can't say left-wing media because RT is supposed to be on the left side in general. All right. They're supposed to be doing proper news. And if you're going to do proper news, you would have to be on the left if you want to have a political compass about it. So he wants to say they're conflating, and they're not. What's the difference? None. Black dude down. They said George Floyd was resisting arrest. They said George Floyd was attacking the officers. They said all that despite not only the footage of the pedestrian, the civilian, but they also have it on body cam. They also got it on street corner cam. You know, the cops are lying. Here's the thing. What did Rayshard Brooks hear that would make him automatic? Because they already had him, hands behind his back. What did he hear that made him freak out and run? What did they say? Or what went through his head? Because let me tell you something. You can't say, oh, well, you know what? It's so obvious that George Floyd, you know, he's down. He can't do anything. They had him down there for almost 9 minutes and killed him. Okay. You've got that. So you can't deny that. On every stretch of the imagination, you cannot deny that that was wrong. That was vile. That was like murder in every degree. That was damn near intent. Okay? Because they had to find a place to kill him. Literally, that's why they walked George Floyd around, to find a place to kill him. They got impatient, so they did it right there, thinking nobody would stop, and they stopped. They saw it. They filmed it. That was the thing. Now, when it comes to Rayshard Brooks, what Steve Malzberg wants to say is, because he resisted, because he ran, because he had a non-lethal weapon, it was okay to murder him. It's murder when you're going to kill somebody that doesn't pose a mortal threat to you. Or, you know, a very strong, maybe, you know, mutilating level of threat. You know, someone got a knife and they plan to, you know, I'm going to cut your arm off. You know, that might be a hyperbole, but you can only go on what they say. Instincts kick in, you do something and kill them. They ask for that. You know, I'm keeping my arm, I'm keeping my leg, I'm keeping my body parts. You know, it's that simple. But he wants to say that the media is bad for conflating it, but not pointing out how evil he is to not. Because if you hold somebody's life as important as your own, you don't just kill them over something like this. There's a video out of this white guy, probably underage kid, not sure, driving. He's obviously on something. He's getting filmed. You know, the cop is just arguing with him and arguing with him. And the kid ain't listening. He don't care. He stares down the cop. Then he chases the cop, roughs up the cop. No, he doesn't get shot and killed. The kid gets into his own car, starts peeling away, and then slams his vehicle into the cop's vehicle. He still don't get shot. But then there's another video where a black guy is looking, because the black people was filming this one. And then the black people filming another one where the cop gets seen about to do something wrong and literally fires a shot at the window. There are cops where they started getting filmed all since 2015, I think, 2010? About 2010, where they started getting filmed mostly by pedestrians, civilians, and whatnot. And they start harassing and beating on, hurting, detaining, arresting them. There are people that have gone to jail, to prison, and they ain't came back. Not alive. Steve Malzberg, for him to easily just say it's okay to kill a black man or black woman or black kid or Latino, Latina, Native American, anybody that's black or brown, to kill anyone just because they are resisting arrest. Resisting arrest is not attempted murder or maiming. Running away isn't that either. Firing a non-lethal weapon is definitely not an attempted murder. So, what kind of racist eyes is he looking through? Is he talking through? That's why he could be a racist. I mean, 1979 he would have been 20 years old. You know, talking about Steve Malzberg. So what lens is he really looking through? He's a white guy, an old white guy, and he probably used to want to make America great himself. So here's the thing. You find people like this. You want a solution to this? One, you can name and shame them. You don't go to their channel and do it. You tell everyone else, hey, don't go to that person's channel. Don't listen to that person. You know, you don't go there. You do not give racism views. You just don't. You don't. You leave them alone. You find some black people out there that's just anti-white people. Leave them alone. You leave them alone. It's that simple. You know, the only people I hate, the only people I would take rights from are racist, bigots. I would take the rights away from these corporate bastards that placed it into today's order, in today's lives, today's culture. That's what I would do. They promote it just as much. That is how you get these people. You name and shame them. You find them. And name and shame, I got that from Dusty Smith. You ever want to hear an ally to Black Lives Matter that's white? There you go. And he's learning. He's learning. A few episodes ago, you can hear it. He's doing the right thing. Not enough people are. They're not. But hopefully with his audience, if they listen to him, if they hear him, and they are as accountable as he is, then maybe they could spread that. And if you out there are doing the same thing, and you're an ally of the harmless, the innocuous, then you could be doing the same thing. You could spread it. Your audience can spread it. Promote it. Don't just talk about it. Don't just tell people why you're upset. Don't just point out who's racist. Tell them how to get away from it and how to promote decency. That's what you do. This has been Cedric Kennedy for Comparative Reasoning. And check the description for Sidra Owens' books and whatnot. Thank you for listening.